Hey everyone, how are you doing? This is Hartaj Singh with one of our video takeaways for the Biotech Capital Compass, signing in from Brooklyn, New York City. I wish I had the audacity to do an intro like Robin Williams did in the movie Good Morning Vietnam, which was one of the all-time great comedies that I ever saw, and it just came to my mind as I was getting ready to record this. So I just want to say to you all, good afternoon, biotech folks. It's just a small homage to a great comedian and a great person. But let's get going. Biotech fans, suffering biotech fans, welcome back to another edition of the Biotech Capital Compass, the only place where we navigate biotech investments with clarity, confidence, and just enough humor to keep those market blues at bay. I'm Hartaj Singh, your biotech guide, and today we've got a packed script with juicy insights, some spicy controversies, and a whole lot of investment wisdom. So buckle up, folks. Let's get going. Our first segment out of three will be on United Therapeutics. We're calling it Core Strength, Ambitious Frontier. So let's just dive straight in here with United Therapeutics. They're continuing to flex their muscles in pulmonary arterial hypertension, particularly with their star product, Tyvaso DPI. The DPI stands for dry powder inhaler. That's it, just dry powder inhaler. It's basically a device, a pump, where you put in a pill, crush it, and then a person with PH, pulmonary arterial hypertension, can inhale it, or with what's called PH-ILD. Now, this product, Tyvaso DPI, I think it's one of five, one of six for United Therapeutics, is now responsible for almost 60% of their total sales. But it's not all smooth sailing. Recently, they took a bit of a hit, almost 13% down, thanks to Insmed shaking things up with promising data from the inhaled PH candidate, TPIP. Yep, competition's heating up, folks, and investors have noticed. But before we panic and sell off our biotech United Therapeutics stock, remember, switching barriers are high here in this area, PH, PH-ILD, and United Therapeutics' patient-focused approach has serious staying power. Looking ahead, we're eagerly awaiting their Teton IPF program. IPF is a lung disease or lung fibrosis disease. The promising oral drug ralinepag has been a drug in development for almost a decade. And again, it's for patients with PH. Could be the standard of care if these late-stage phase 3 trials end up being successful in the next 12 to 24 months. And their mind-boggling ambition in xenotransplantation. Yep, United Therapeutics is investing a lot of money there, more than probably any other biopharma company. And that's organs from genetically engineered pigs, not your average biotech play. The company's ambitions are seriously spectacular. That line is not mine. Many others are, but I could not resist it. It's pretty good. So going on to our next segment, Biogen, we call it flatline or ready to bounce. This is the Biogen that's been well known. It's been a company that's been around for, many decades. It's one of the probably original biopharma companies based in Boston. And this big biotech name with recent, stock performance, that has left many investors not happy, has had a rough couple of years. We wrote on this company in November of 2024, highlighting it as potentially getting close to the end of this down phase for the stock price. It's been down 25% since then, and it's trailing way behind other benchmarks. But hold on, there's a twist. Signs of life are emerging. Analysts have finally stopped slashing forecasts, hinting that Biogen might be past its kitchen sink moment. So again, what we mentioned in November, and we're saying again, is that we're looking for Biogen to look at forward revenue and earnings estimates to see if those stop coming down. Once those stop coming down, and it looks like they might have flattened out over the last few months, then people can start looking at the pipeline, and then ideally after 2-3 quarters, if those estimates start creeping back up, you're going to see the stock price perform. Key launches: Leqembi, Skyclarys, Zurzuvae, and Qalsody. I've been working in the industry for 35 years, and I still have a hard time pronouncing some of these names. Trust me, a lot of work and a lot of very sophisticated and thoughtful people spend a lot of time coming up with these names, and these names have some pretty serious meaning, a lot of thought and analysis has been put into it, but they're not easy to say still. So these launches, Leqembi, Skyclarys, Zurzuvae, and Qalsody are rolling out slowly but steadily. A new discipline in the pipeline could offer a path back to growth. Yet caution remains. Investors are asking, Biogen, are you really back or just faking it? For now, patient capital seems ready to cautiously step back in. Just don't hold your breath for an immediate rocket launch. So again, United Therapeutics and Biogen, these are two companies we've written on recently, pretty dense, long notes. And so, I would suggest if you want to take a look at them, there is always a kind of a free preview synopsizing what we've written. But if you want to, have access to our full work, of course, you can always subscribe. We would love it. Makes it easier to publish the Biotech Capital Compass and keep the lights on, which is nice to have when you're working for yourself. The last segment I call institutional buzz, NBI index movers and shakers. So here we're shifting gears and zooming into our special Bloomberg data drive. What caught institutionalized this past month? Well, headlines and volumes don't lie. Institutions had their eyes glued to some critical movers. Sarepta took the hardest hit with an FDA safety probe after a second patient death in their gene therapy trial. This has been a deeply serious and sobering development, prompting institutional investors to reassess their positions. On the positive side, Illumina surged nearly 13% on news. They're acquiring Soma Logic, marking a strategic turnaround after a messy Grail saga. Institutional volume here was massive, indicating some serious buy-side optimism. Meanwhile, argenx experienced some institutional tug-of-war, volume surge, price dip slightly, reflecting genuine debate on Wall Street. Keep an eye out. Something interesting is brewing here with argenx. Also, let's do a quick sentiment check. Who's hot and who's not? Time for a sentiment speed round. The past month's biggest positive shifts: Ascendis Pharma surged nearly 44%, driven by some clinical excitement and an analyst shout out. Crystal Biotech popped after dosing their first patient in phase 3 gene therapy, and Tourmaline Bio gained some buzz from analyst enthusiasm. Though watch closely, folks, it still needs more fundamental proof. So again, these are companies that over the last month had positive price performance, but their volume over the month also was above average. So those are the two sort of signals we look for, not on a daily basis over the month. That tells us that there's some consistent, stuff going on here. On the flip side, Sarepta, again, it's just very sad. It's a company I've known for a long time, management team that has really done people's work into getting, this gene therapy drug approved. It looks like it has hit what hopefully should be, road bumps. Of course, 2 DMD boys died. Nothing that is, these are very serious things. At the same time, hopefully, an analysis of the data and some changes to how the drug is given can still create access of this therapy to DMD boys and their families and this is a really, really difficult disease. Also on the negative side, you have companies like Rocket Pharma, Tempus AI, and a few others getting dragged through litigation mud, negative headlines galore, but minimal trading conviction there. So it looks like noise potentially with these names. So, closing, let's talk about any actionable insights or wrap up. What are our takeaways? United Therapeutics is still resilient despite short-term turbulence. Long-term xenotransplantation dreams could pay off big. Biogen is frustrating but stabilizing. Watch closely. The turnaround might just be starting. Sarepta and Illumina, those price moves weren't just for show. Institutions made real conviction-driven decisions here. So, keep those watch lists updated, eyes peeled, and your humor intact. Thank you for navigating biotech waters with us today on the Biotech Capital Compass. I'm Hartaj Singh, reminding you to invest wisely, laugh frequently, and until next time, stay curious. Signing off from Brooklyn, New York City. Good afternoon, biotech investors. Take care and stay safe. Bye.